Hello, everybody. Where can you find affluent men? If you are dating and you only attract broke guys who take you out on low effort dates and they're like literally broke, first of all, look at the stage of the man. Men have different stages of like being a prince, then being the builder, like they're building themselves up, doing the career, all of that, and then the king stage. Okay, so the king stage is a man who already built up his kingdom and he's affluent, he's wealthy, and he can invite his queen. Okay, so if you want to attract a wealthy, affluent millionaire, this man has to be in his king stage. And most of them are going to be in the 40s and 50s. Okay. So that's why women who are in the 40s and 50s have even an advantage, because men your age or even a little bit older are going to be more likely affluent than men in their 20s or 30s. Okay. So look at the right age. And if you are in your 20s or 30s, yes, you can choose to date someone who is like still building, who's like on his way to his king stage. Or you just have to go older. Yeah, so it will depend whatever you want. Okay, so whatever you want, but just be aware that men your age, like if you're in the 20s, like no, they're not gonna be in the king stage. Even if they inherited the money from their family, they still have some growing to do. Okay, so look at the right age, and look at the stage in their life. And then where will you find affluent men? So they're everywhere. You can like use online dating apps and just filter those men out correctly. So the filter, how to filter them exactly, I share with you in my course, How to Date a Millionaire. You can check it out. It's in the description box. But basically, you just have to check when you date them, like how affluent they are. And the way you check it is like you just have a conversation and listen. How much they spend on average on vacation, like do they talk about any kind of investments, right? So you have to know a little bit about money to understand what does it mean to have wealth. And it means to have investments, properties, houses, businesses. So if a guy talks about this, it's more likely that he has a lot of money. And it doesn't matter what kind of car he drives. Like there are so many men who are broke and drive nice cars because they rented it or something, you know? So online, you have to filter properly, right? And seeing what kind of stage is the man in. Is he like still building, or is he in his baby prince stage of like just playing around, playing games, like sleeping with women or whatever? And other than that, you can just go out alone and then attract men through this. So you just go out to restaurants alone. You just go to hotels alone, like not too late, around like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. So you basically go out alone. You can go out even in nice areas, take a walk, nice, stores, and you basically live your life, right? So especially if you're an affluent woman yourself, successful woman yourself, you're gonna be there anyways. But don't always take your girlfriend with you. You can go out alone, and then what you do, you just look the guy in the eye and smile. And that's it. Or you ask questions. You ask like for help. Can you help me choose this? Can you help me with that? So those things will attract affluent men to you. So be in areas where affluent men are, okay, and go alone. Like you can go on solo dates. Don't worry, you'll be able to do that. And this way, you are gonna be approachable. If you are always with your girlfriend, you always take girlfriends with you. Like men will not approach you. Okay, so that's important. And when you go out, make sure that you you wear something feminine, and you make your hair a little bit nicer. I mean, you don't have to like look perfect, but just like wear something that says, hey, I'm a woman and I want to be approached. Okay, so basically You can do this, and also you can start being in some clubs where you are doing some of your hobbies, like if you like dancing, if you like so kind of get together. So there's in every city there are places where people just get together and can start a hobby like that. Okay, so this way you have something in common with the guy. But basically, the most important tip I would say is be in areas where affluent men are. Okay, and just filter them out. Like just filter them out, and quickly with the right questions, with the right listening. And even if you can't move because you're stuck in some kind of place where there are no affluent men, these days you have apps, dating apps, and you can do travel mode, and you can like put it in places where affluent men are, big cities, and of course, like an affluent man, high affluent man, he will come travel to see you. So that's not a big deal, especially when you know how to date, when you learn from my course, How to Date a Millionaire. Okay, so let me know how you like this video. Again, I'm gonna recap it. Look at the right age. Affluent men are most likely 40 years plus, especially when they're like self-made. Okay, there are younger ones, but it's not often. And then go to places where affluent people are. Also, when you're on your dating online profiles, you can put the location to places where affluent men are. Okay, unless you really want to stay in your city. That's a different story. And even if you want to stay in your city, there are always parts of cities that are more affluent. So put yourself in those areas. And basically, when you date, just filter them out. Like, get as much information as you can in the beginning, but without doing an interview. You just seem really interested. What you can do is you always repeat the last word, what they say. And then that's like a little trick. For example, they say, oh, today I, after work, I just went to my home. And you'll be like, oh, you went to your home. So tell me more about your home. Is it a house or an apartment? So you see, you kind of like repeat what he said, and it makes him feel like heard and seen. And then you add a question behind it. So it doesn't seem like an interview, but you have to get those questions in somehow, like in a sneaky way, to really find out, okay, what is his stage of life and how much money does he have? So make sure that he tells you everything without you asking, by just being generally interested. And one more thing is that, again, it's not only about the money, it's about the stage of the man. If a young guy has money from his daddy, he's still going to be in his playful stage of like, I'm just going to play the game of playing with women. You don't want a guy like that. He's not a king. He's a little prince with his daddy's credit card. So you don't want that either. It's not only about the money. Make sure you have a real man, a grown man, who's able to cherish your feelings, protect and provide, because it's who he is. He's a man. Okay. But I did another video about the difference between men and boys, I think a few days ago. So go check it out as well. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you desire more support in your dating and relationship journey, feel free to reach out to me. The link's in the description box. And I see you in the next video. And of course, if you have any other tips where you